Coming up on today's show, we are exploring Ashtabula County. We are going to stroll through beautiful bridge streets, embark on an adventure here at Geneva on the Lake, and dine with dogs. New Day Cleveland starts right now.
Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss, and yes, we are on the road again. We're visiting Ohio's largest county. It is the scene of what was one of the most famous harbors in the world, right here in Ohio. Where are we? We are in Ashtabula. Ashtabula is one of those great places that has a whole lot to offer, and you need a tour guide to really help you get around a little bit. And we've got the perfect person with us right now. Stephanie, you're the head of the Visitors Bureau.
That's right. Welcome.
She's the boss. Now, I've been here a bunch of times before, and last time I was here it was recent, like about a year and a half ago, but things have changed a little bit in a town that has a lot of history.
They sure have. Actually, at one point, it is rumored that here in Ashtabula Harbor, there were 99 bars and 98 brothels. Not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore, but I imagine they learned some lessons from those places.
That's right.
And we offer the best there is to have. Like I see a beautiful coffee shop here on Main Street. Is Bridge Street or Main Street?
Bridge Street.
Is Main Street.
Yep, is our Main Street.
Yeah.
And there are 19 places to eat down here. So locally, we refer to this as like a destination foodie. We have a lot of upstart chefs that are really producing some incredible things, using a lot of local fare, boutiques and shops. It's a place where you can spend the whole day.
You know what's really funny to me is I get into town here. It's an easy ride from Cleveland. I think it was about 55 minutes or something from my house, so it was easy. But one of the greatest attractions for me is the simplest thing. It's the bridge that goes up and down.
So the Bascule Bridge is one of only 5 of its kind still working in the United States. It's a full functioning bridge. In the summertime right now, it goes up and down every half hour to accommodate boat traffic.
So it's great. We got little shops we're going to see, but also outside of town, we're going to need a little help there too, because we're talking about wine country here, folks.
You got it. So in our area, we're so proud of our wineries. This is considered Ohio's wine country. We have over 30 wineries here in this region, and we grow 50% of Ohio's grapes. So we're going to show you some rolling vineyards, some really incredible wineries, small boutiques, large vineyard estates. But our trifecta for people to visit is not just the wineries, but our covered bridges. There's 19 covered bridges.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. The longest one in the United States is right here in Ashtabula County. And there's a pedestrian covered bridge underneath it. The only place in the world that you have covered bridge on top of covered bridge. And then of course, our beautiful shoreline of Lake Erie.
Let's talk about something that's really big in town.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right behind you. What is it? This is a big fish?
Our walleye. We love our walleye, right? Lake Erie's own.
Well, we got it all. We got the walleye, we got Briquette Smokehouse here. We got a lot of places to visit, so we're gonna get this party on the road right now. Thank you, and you're gonna help me get around?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
She's my guide.
Happens to be one of my favorite places in Ashtabula County, probably all of Northeast Ohio. There's so much that it has to offer. I have Cindy, who we all know on New Day Cleveland because we've seen you from Grand River Cellars for so long now, but this is your newest endeavor here.
Yes.
Right in the Strip. Rough Life on the Lake is the amazing spot that we're at. And of course that
Rupert.
means, of course that means, get it, Rough Life. We have Rupert here. Say hi, Rupert. So you can bring your dogs in with you, have a wonderful afternoon, and chow down.
It's a totally different concept that we have here at Rough Life, and it's something that came out of a conversation that I had with my business partner, Nina Salerno, who's a chef. She wanted to open a dog-friendly business down here on the Strip, and I said, you know what, you are an amazing chef. Let's add the food concept to it, and so we now have a place where you can bring your dog, just relax, have a great meal. Your dog can have a great meal. We have a children's menu as well. There's just so much to do here. We have a great outdoor patio, and when it's too hot on the Strip, because we're about to be real hot here coming up, so we've got inside seating for your dogs as well.
I'm going to give Rupert, because although I want to steal him, I'm going to give Rupert back to his owner here. Thank you, Bill. That's his friend Lily too, who is the sweetest dog you will also ever meet. So well behaved. I wish my Casey would be a lot more like her.
Right?
So this not only becomes a place to eat, you have this adorable shop here in the front of the store.
Yes, we have a great boutique here with just very unique items, lots of dog toys, dog signs, clothing for your dog, clothing for you. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of things. And not only do we have great food, we also have great beverages. We have local wines. We have our own label called Blue Dog that features these great pictures of dogs on it. We have local beers here. We have new wine slushies. Local cider is available. We have different cocktails, so you can come, eat, drink, relax, and just have a whole wonderful experience with your dog.
I love it. And so if you need a break from the dogs, this whole space is dogless.
That's right. As I mentioned, Nina, my partner Nina Salerno, is a chef. And so some people just want to come down and enjoy her amazing food, but not have dogs right next to them. So we have this section here that is a dogless section of Rough Life on the Lake.
And can I just tell you, when you see yourself right here, you're getting a prime view of the Strip. I mean, it's beautiful downtown, and I'm telling you, this is the place to be. You're right at the beginning of this, so you just take a stroll down the Strip. It's amazing.
It's so fun to just sit here and look right out the windows.
And the foods, I'm seeing healthy options.
Yes, very healthy options as well as not so healthy options. We've got our shrimp tacos, we have our salmon salad, our Brussels sprout salad. One of our biggest sellers is our pierogies with bacon. And then a new feature is a Havarti and sausage burger that's so good with just sauteed spinach on top. We have our berry salad. We have our Cobb salad. One of our other big sellers is our chicken wrap. We have artichoke Asiago dip, and of course, you have to have some desserts. So we have a couple different cheesecakes there, and you can't forget about the dog. So we have, of course, a pup cup for your dog.
I love it. Well, Cindy, I can't thank you enough. You know me, this is like dog heaven. I am so excited to be here right now. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
It's one of the many spots here right on the Strip at Geneva on the lake. Love it.
Okay, there are a lot of choices out here in Ashtabula County if you want some good food, but if I were you, I'd carve out some time for the Rennick Meat Market.
Basically, it's just a place to come in and, enjoy a great meal. Come in with your friends, with your family. We do have kids menus as well, so we're definitely kid friendly, but just to come in and, have an enjoyable experience, and it's basically like a home away from home. The building is from the 1800s, and it used to be Rennick Meat Market, so, we were lucky enough to be able to take on the name. They have done a really good job about just keeping the history of what Bridge Street used to be, so we decided not to just keep it on the outside, but keep it on the inside as well. This room right here, this used to be the old walk-in cooler, so we were very fortunate to have all of this still standing when we came in, and then we just kind of turned that into a dining room. We're going to make a certified Angus beef strip steak, and steaks are obviously what we're known for. We'll be seasoning it generously with salt and pepper. Then I have a hot cast iron pan here, throwing some oil in it. And then very important to hear that sizzle, because we're looking for getting a nice crust on the steak. People do come for our steaks, but we are known for our burgers as well, and then people do tend to love our beef stroganoff, because we do make all of our pastas in-house. We try to do everything seasonal. We do local as much as possible, and most everything is made in scratch, pretty much besides the Heinz ketchup that people can't seem to, break away from. So to finish every steak, we do take our hot cast iron pan and we throw butter, garlic, and thyme, and we wait for the butter to get hot and melted, and then I baste every steak. All right, and there's the finished product.
The Thomas Rennick is what we're making today. We're going to start off with some fresh cucumber and muddled mint. New Amsterdam gin. We muddle the simple syrup and the gin with the fresh mint and cucumber. So great summertime, great spring drink that we do. We'll keep all of the leftovers out of it. Just give it a nice, clean characteristic to it. Just finish it off with a fresh cucumber, mint from Chef's Garden right over top of it, and there you have it. We
do offer coffee down from Harbor Perk, And then we also do carry about 7 or so local wineries. So we do have Marco, M. Cellars, Hunley. I'm definitely grateful for all the support that we've had over the past few years, especially with the past few years that we have had. But yeah, it's definitely a great feeling that I have worked so hard to build this over the past 8 years and that we're still, a successful restaurant.
Okay, it's a great place. You want to check out Renwick Meat Market. Easy to find, Ashtabula Harbor on Bridge Street. It's a winner. Still ahead, toasting to Ohio's wine country. Our tour of Ashtabula continues after this.
Back to New Day Cleveland. Did you know that Ashtabula County is part of Ohio's wine country? Well, we are heading to M. Cellars right now. Beautiful winery to sip on something sweet.
We started M. Cellars in 2012, but we actually bought the property back in 2007. We had some really early success just making wine at home, and we did that for a bunch of years, and really without any real training. Somehow, I don't know, my family and I, we decided that we'd enter a couple of home winemaking competitions at like the county fair, and we had some success, and that somehow the idea was born to start a commercial winery. How we felt that would cross over into success into a real business, I really don't know at this point, but we've been really fortunate to kind of keep that whole success going. Everything you kind of see around you is all the vineyards that we've put in by hand. And we farmed those for the last 12, 13 years as well. Everything starts in the field. Everything is estate grown, right from pruning all the way to machine harvesting, to crushing, to processing, to bottling is all done by us. We made kind of a name for ourselves with Meritage. That's been the one that's been really, really popular ever since we opened. But also bringing sparkling wine into the mix in 2015. That's been really popular. Our white wine program has continued to develop. We do really well with a white wine called Cuvée. It's an aromatic white blend. We can have up to 12, even 15 wines at some times. We do, we bottle single barrel so that we try to keep things interesting. For us, really, it's all about the product and also about the experience. So everybody that comes in here is going to be treated really well. The wines are world class, and just great wine, great experience. We have a cool little wine club. We have about 1,200 members at this point. You'll get preferential pricing with our wine club, but I think the real value in the whole thing is having just access to special events and access to barrel tastings, and we also do a lot of small production wines that we've made for wine club only at this point. So it's fun. There's a lot of little perks, and it doesn't cost anything more than just buying our wine. There's no fees, there's nothing like that. It's super simple. The most rewarding thing we do is seeing people come here and enjoying our products and enjoying their time. There's a million choices in the area, and to have them choose us, it's one of the coolest things we have.
M. Cellars is one of more than 30 wineries throughout the area. So if you want to learn more about any of them, you can go to visitashtabulacounty.com.
Are you ready for a little shopping? Well, we've got the perfect place here with Tony Carlisle at Carlisle Home in the Harbor. Carlisle's been here, since 1850 something?
Well, the original Carlisle store, Carlisle's Home in the Harbor, we will celebrate our 20th anniversary in October.
And you're a Carlisle?
I'm Tony Carlisle, yes.
Wow, so are you related to them?
I married a Carlisle.
There you go. Now we're at the base of this thing here. Hey, so I first walk in the store, and in the beginning, I see a couple of cups and mugs. I get the idea. I go souvenir, and then I look close at everything, and we're talking about fine pieces.
Well, I like to believe we have something for everybody.
Yeah.
It is a home store, so anything that you would find in your home And if, you know, I think for your own home and certainly for a gift, I
Yeah.
think we have something for everybody.
You know, I noticed over here, these little owls. What's the story on these?
So we brought those in a couple months ago and we sold out and just got replenished in those. But for $10, it's just one of the sweetest
Yeah.
little gifts or knickknacks. for your-
Yeah. I tell you, when I walked over to this table a few minutes ago, you went, oh, this is my favorite thing. And I'm looking at it like, a lot of nice things here, but what's your favorite thing?
Well, this is probably in 20 years of being here, this is probably my favorite thing in the whole store. It's called 365 Gathered Truths. I have this box in my kitchen, and it's a meditation for every day. I pull a card, I read it. You consider that thought all day.
Does it help?
It's great.
Whew.
It's great.
Well, that with a glass of wine might really be the cure.
There you go.
Because I noticed you've got a bunch of wine in here too.
Wine represents normally about 15% of our business. Since COVID, it's bumped to about 20% of our business. So that's an important part.
It's terrific. I saw some beautiful cards over here. Sometimes people have a difficult time reflecting their personality in their own hand, and here they have plenty of help. And I checked the cards to make sure there's no, colorful stuff in here.
Well, we have some fun and ornery, but we also have sweet and kind. So we try and
Yeah.
fill any need.
You know, these are the kind of stores too. For me, I don't know about you folks, you come in and you have to buy something. And I came over and looked at this. For this time of year, you know, fresh, picnicking, that sort of thing, how beautiful is this?
So this is melamine, and it doesn't break. So
Yeah.
you're right, you can use it indoors or outdoors. It's lightweight, and it's a great little fun story for entertaining.
So melamine, let's see, I was born a long time ago, and melamine was sort of the big thing in the 50s.
It's come back.
It's back.
It's come back.
It's back and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Well, I love that. I love this big platter too. This is a dandy. $33. You know, that's
Well priced.
yeah, that's perfect for the picnic. Hey, I was looking at this table back here too. You know, I was talking about fine pieces. You know, you look at these things and you know they're nice when you look at them. Tell us the story of the man who makes these.
So this is a small representation of Simon Pierce. This is all made in America. He does pottery and known for his glassware.
It's beautiful stuff.
It's great for a wedding present. We do wedding registration, or if you just need that special gift. I think they're all pieces of art.
So this guy does great work with pottery and such, but his glasswork is superior.
I agree.
Yeah. So this is what he does mostly.
Yeah. This is one of his newest designs called the Vintner, and just
Yeah.
hardy.
This is a heavy glass too.
Yes.
This glass must weigh like a pound, I think.
Yeah.
So how long will these artichokes stay fresh?
That's artificial.
Oh, it's an artificial
That's an
artichoke.
artificial,
It's almost a tongue twister. One of the most fun things for me as I go up and down Bridge Street here is sharing the history of the street and the buildings. Like each building has a little story. Does this building have a story?
Yeah, each of the buildings has a plaque and it indicates the bio of each building. This building was 1889, and you know, the harbor was one of the busiest ports of all the Great Lakes.
Rowdy, I heard.
Rowdy. And so
The Carlyles are here.
yeah, well, our first store was down here actually.
Yeah.
And they sold linoleum, and they said that once the men would unload the freighter, they would come down here and drink and party, and they would have blood on the floor, and they'd roll up the linoleum and slap another
So
piece down.
the Carlyles started from the floor up.
They did.
That's what they say, don't they?
Yes.
I got to tell you, it's fantastic. Hey, let's tell folks when you're open. What days of the week?
We are open every day, 12 to 3 on Sunday, open late on Friday night until 7 and 10 to 5 otherwise.
That's great. So when you jump in your car and you go up and down Bridge Street, go up, visit some wineries, stop in here and hear some great stories and look at some beautiful merchandise. Maybe take something home that you'll treasure forever, right?
That'd be great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adventure awaits when we return. Something fun for the entire family, on the water and in the air. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's our road trip to Ashtabula, but it's a whole lot more than Ashtabula, isn't it?
It sure is.
Because we're talking about a place that, well, I've had a lot of fun there over the years. People have been having fun where for 150 years?
Geneva on the Lake.
Woo! And this is one of those big time vacation places. I know a lot of people have condos there, the great little stores.
Yeah.
I love the donut shop.
Oh yeah, Madsen's. You know, it's a rite of passage. Summer isn't over until you've made your trip to Geneva on the Lake and had an Eddie's hot dog and a Madsen donut, right?
You know, and this is another example of how easy it is to get out here to Ashtabula County and enjoy it, because I used to come out on the weekends all the time. You know, come out, have a great afternoon, you sit at the beach. Ooh, the beach, I love the beach idea.
Right.
Go to town at night, a lot of partying.
You know what, the Strip is what we call it locally, and it's full of arcades and restaurants and things to do. It's very family friendly. They say that Firestone, Ford, and Rockefeller used to camp together here. We don't know if that's true or not, but it really started as just a small village with hunting and fishing, and now it's just grown into this wonderful little resort town.
Yeah, and I like the way you said it's for family also.
It is.
Yeah, some great beaches out there. So I'm telling you, it's a great place to go. So who's going to be there right now? Natalie.
Well, I have found one of the coolest things to do here at Geneva on the Lake. We are on the Swan paddle boats. This is so exciting. I have Daisy with me. We're old friends, basically. I love coming up here to Geneva on the Lake. How are you doing?
Great, thank you so much.
I am so excited to be here. Now, the one thing I will note, I'm wearing a sweater on my lap. Come prepared when you do this. I clearly wore a dress, and you should not be wearing dresses. Bring the active gear, right? Because this is an active area that you have here at the lodge.
It is. Lake Erie Canopy Tours is an all-encompassing adventure course, zip line, great attraction if you're looking for outdoor activities to do at Geneva on the Lake.
So when you come here to the lodge, first of all, you stay at the lodge, you can come over here. Now, can you do these without staying at the lodge?
Yes, you absolutely can. We do
Okay.
day passes for the zip line. We do day passes for the adventure course, for the kids course, for the boats that we're on today. We have kayaks, golf carts, and you can do combo passes, so you can do a bunch of the activities all at the same time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's the perfect way to get out here on the water. Or, I mean, the zip lines are going right above us too.
They
So when
are.
someone's on one of the zip lines, you can just right out to the lake area. It's just so beautiful for the active families who
Yes.
want to do fun things like this. And then when you're also here staying at the lodge, you've ramped up that outdoor area with a pool.
We have. So our outdoor pool area now has bocce courts, shuffleboard. We've got a food and beverage pavilion, additional seating, fire pits, lots to do out there. Now, if you stay overnight either in the hotel, the resort with 109 guest rooms, or in the lakeside cottages, you can experience the outdoor pool area.
I also noticed the bikes that you
Yes.
have at the front there. Can
Oh,
people
yes.
rent those bikes?
Yeah, so actually they're free for our guests.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Can you take them around then?
You could take them all around the strip, over to the beach, yeah, anywhere you want to go.
And then you said there's an easy way, there's easy access from doing some of this to get to the beach area down there too, correct?
Yeah, to either at the strip at Geneva on the Lake or to the beach. There's a back, so if you rent a golf cart, there's a golf cart trail that'll take you right over to the beach. So you don't have to go on the main road, even though our golf carts can go up to 35 miles an hour on the road.
Okay. I come up here every so often when we do things like this.
Yes.
Let me tell you, it's always that great refresher to know this is right at our fingertips here in Northeast Ohio.
It is,
And
yeah.
I now want to plan a family getaway that we're trying to figure out where to go. I keep saying we're doing it at Geneva on the Lake.
Yes.
I mean, it's true. There's so much that it has to offer. And when you stay at the lodge, you have such easy access to everything that's around Geneva on the Lake.
That's the thing. When you stay at the lodge, you don't have to stay at the lodge. We know that not everybody will come here and stay here 100%. We've got a restaurant, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you taken care of. However, if you want to go out and experience some of the other restaurants, we encourage, we love for you to experience the area. Of course, the wineries, a lot of them do have food and beverage. And then Geneva on the Lake itself has a golf course, bumper boats, they've got miniature golf, they've got tons of things to do.
Sorry if I got me there. I apologize. But so when you're renting one of these too, there's, I know we're here together, but you can have two people sit in the back. So if you don't want to paddle, or you have a dress on, you sit in the back and you don't have to do anything, which I love. But this gets you in nature.
Yes.
And it is my favorite thing in the world now is to just be out in nature, exploring things. And there's no place better, I feel like, than Geneva on the Lake.
Yeah,
to do it.
you know, a lot of people right now need relaxing time. They need
Yes.
to just let go, get away from work, get away from the house. Even if we're only half an hour away from you, come to the lake because it just gives you a sense of peace that you don't get a lot of other places.
And a lot of people are trying not to travel long distances these days.
True.
And this is an oasis away from home. You will not feel like you are home.
That is true.
You're in another land.
Yep, you feel like you're somewhere else entirely. So it is a great vacation, and then you go home completely relaxed.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Welcome.
I'll make sure we focus instead of talking so we don't go into the bushes. And we'll be back with more after this.
Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal.
Still to come, perk up with a visit to a popular place in Ashtabula Harbor. Welcome back to our road trip throughout Ashtabula County. I am so excited to be here at Geneva on the Lake. I have Taryn joining me at the spa at the Lake House Inn Resort here. And let me tell you, this is the perfect getaway spot. I mean, you can stay at the resort, walk right across the street to the spa, and you offer so many incredible services here. I'll let you go through just some of the many that you have.
Well, we do facials, we do body wraps, we do massages, we do Reiki and hot stone, all fantastic, fantastic, fantastic services that'll really, really help you enjoy and make an experience. And it's really great.
And I know you've really created this as a wellness spot too. So
Absolutely.
this is mind, body, and soul. The products that you're using,
Correct.
You're really
Everything's
clean
natural,
with things.
absolutely, very, very clean. I mean, we have the highest standards for cleanliness, and we really, really want our guests to come in and feel like they're in an oasis and just relax and enjoy the whole entire day.
So we're back here in your little garden space.
Absolutely.
It's
Isn't
absolutely
it
tranquil.
beautiful?
Do guests come back here before or after?
They could come back here before or after. Right now, since it's so gorgeous outside and the summer season is so short for us, we always invite our guests to come in the back, have a seat, have some wine, have some charcuterie or a cheese board, and it's a really, really nice day.
I love that. I saw that, I can't keep my hands off the cheese board, but I saw that you have that. So that's something that you offer. They can buy a bottle of wine.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
have a cheese board come out here and sit when they're done.
Absolutely, 100%. They can buy a bottle of wine, they can buy a glass of wine, they can get a non-alcoholic cocktail. We offer all of those things. We really, really want to be able to serve all the guests in the area. So
I noticed too that there were some of the rooms that have 2 tables in it. So do you find that couples like
yes,
to come here a lot?
Our couple services are huge. I mean, just date night, date day, stay, staycation, all that good stuff. Nobody's traveling very far, so we want everybody to come in and be with their spouse and really reignite those old flames and have a great time.
I love it. And then I was thinking already, I want to bring my sister up
Yes,
here and do
yes.
this. So girls trips would also be something. I'm
Girls
sure you
trips
see a
are
lot of
huge.
those.
Absolutely. I mean, we can have lunch back here. We do, again, the cheese and the charcuterie back here, just wine, mimosas. Come in the morning, have a mimosa, go get your service, come back, get a sandwich or a wrap. It's really nice.
And then, so the bottles of wine that you have,
Yes.
they're sold there at the lake house.
Yes. Right now, we only sell our wine at the lake house to guests. But we have some here over at the inn, and then we have the patio as well. So you could go out to the patio, you could get a bottle of wine for that.
Well, don't worry, I was planning on being a guest, so I would be able to buy it.
Perfect.
I would definitely be it.
Perfect.
So I wanted, since we have some of these products in front of us too, you said a lot of these are used during these treatments.
Yes, absolutely.
And I felt this amazing body oil on my skin, and I haven't been able to stop. I mean, they just rub it. It's truly incredible. So I'm guessing there was a lot of thought that went to the types of products you're using and bringing in for the guests.
Absolutely. This is our Farmhouse Fresh line. They're out of McKinney, Texas. They're estheticians creating product for people who have sensitive skin, for all natural, gluten-free, vegan, and a little bit of the proceeds that they get from the purchase will go to the animals on their farm to rescue the animals.
Oh, that's
which
so
is fantastic.
wonderful.
But this is our Swell Being Oil. And the Swell Being Oil,
It's
they have
amazing.
one of the leading CBD products on the market right now. It's really, really fantastic. You put it on, it has a little bit of a glisten to it, and it doesn't leave your skin oily. It's a dry oil, so it's really, really nice, and it's good for those elbows and the knees and sometimes heels, whatever you need to do.
Well, here's the thing. There's amazing products. You have the great wine, you have the charcuterie boards. There's nothing left to do but come out here and give them a visit. And I know I will be back on my own just to experience this. It is fabulous here.
Wonderful.
And you're going to see the water right there in the distance. It's a perfect place to do it.
Beautiful.
Overnight stay, come to the spa.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Looking forward to you coming back.
I am too.
So what's that smell in here?
We roast our own coffee here in-house.
Kelly Sposito, how about that? And Harbor Perk Coffee,
Harbor Park Coffee House,
downtown Ashtabula Harbor.
Ashtabula Harbor.
So I'm sitting out there, I wait for the bridge. Ding, 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 ding. I smell. Brings you in here like you're walking to heaven.
Absolutely. Well, here in-house, what's neat about us is we roast right out in the open, right in front of you. We have 2 6-pound machines, and you're always welcome to come back and take a look and see what we're doing.
So who's that guy roasting back there?
Oh, that's my brother-in-law, Ryan. He's our roast master. But Michael here also roasts
Hey, Michael.
for us. And Steve in the back, and they're actually bringing in a big load of fresh raw beans for you guys to see today.
You know, I was actually here about 10 years ago, I think, and when we met, she was sitting at her desk most of the time, and you were just working, and that must be the secret to your success. You just keep it going.
The secret to our success for sure is being consistent. Obviously, we have a really cool spot.
Yeah.
We have fresh roasted coffee, very unique product. We have awesome staff, and we have this really, really unique and great location here on the water.
Yeah.
You get to see the lift bridge, all these little cool shops everywhere, and a great, great cup of coffee.
Yeah, I see the gentleman over there enjoying it. How's the coffee? You got some good coffee? Hey, ladies, how's the coffee over there? Yeah, look at that. I see she's got, now the young lady there, she's got something that looks like a pink drink. So what is she drinking?
We also make fruit smoothies here, 100% fruit, and you get to mix and match your own. So if you're not a caffeine lover, we have a lot of different options for you.
Okay, so I'm looking around here.
Different kind of milk.
Oh, so look at this, you got soy, so people who don't drink dairy, you can hook them up too.
All the different, milk alternatives,
I love
Oat
it.
has become a very popular milk alternative.
Hey, so let's talk a little bit about the roasting here. So how do you buy your beans? You know, people fall in love with different coffee places because they have their own flavor, their own personality. How would you describe your coffee, your personality, that thing?
Well, we have a really great relationship with our supplier, Royal New York, and we get to pick our beans and have a direct link to talk to somebody, ask what the notes are, talk about the farm, where they come from, how we like to roast it. Because we've been roasting for 16 years, we have a lot of experience, and because we have 2 small machines, we can really dial in each batch.
You mentioned a word, you said notes.
Yeah.
What are notes?
Just like when you drink wine, like coffee is a taproot plant, so it takes all the minerals from the soil, and the cherry, the bean, gets all the flavors. So from all around the world, all the different soils produce different kinds, all the different climates. So just kind of like wine. So when you take cupping notes from like wine, when you're tasting, it's the same thing with coffee.
Yeah.
The hard thing about coffee though is you can't taste it while you're roasting it because it's very hot.
And you know, and a lot of people are accused of burning the coffee, trying to make it taste stronger, a little different. What happens when you over roast coffee?
When you over roast coffee, you're actually cooking all of the caffeine out. And then you're just making a very unpleasant, bitter, burnt cup of coffee.
Yeah. Hey, so you guys must throw some bakery in around here, huh?
Yeah, so actually we have a lot of little bakers that bake for us because that's not our forte. Our forte here is to
See,
roast
you know
it.
what you do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what you're good at and what you're not.
That's fantastic. So you've been here how many years?
16 years.
16.
I don't know how that's possible because I'm only 29.
Oh, she looks it too. You got that Italian skin, right?
That's right, baby.
Yeah, you're looking good.
16 years, yes. Roasting for 14, so it's a really great experience.
And the first time I came here was about 10 years ago. We did a road trip here and just had such a fantastic time. So that's why we're back, and that's why you should stop here and have a great time. And another great reason to stop here and have a great time, you saw our brother roasting the beans a little before. Yes. Guess what? This dude is making beer. We're going to check it out. Are you ready for a little refreshment? Here's a little refreshment, a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at the Cloven Hoof with Ryan. Didn't I see you roasting coffee down the street?
Yes, sir.
That's your sister?
My sister-in-law, yes.
So, oh, your sister-in-law.
She married my brother, yes.
Oh, so we got the family thing out of the way.
Yes.
So there's a whole lot of other things I want to ask you. Why Cloven Hoof?
Cloven Hoof was the name of me and my brother's first band when I started playing guitar when I was about 15. It was a way to commemorate him and to also express my love for metal and heavy metal.
That's fantastic. Hey, we're talking about things looking a little bit different. So we're talking about the beer here.
Yes, sir.
They look a little different. Different glasses, a little smaller. Nice presentation here.
This is a flight that we offer at our brewery. You can order up to 4 5-ounce glasses for $12. There's 12 different choices. So right here, the one that you're picking up is our Gibson's Glory. I named it after one of my cats, Gibson, who was also named after my guitar.
I was going to say your guitar, but no, it's your cat, the cat guitar.
New England IPAs are one of the most popular beers. It's one of our house beers that we always have on draft.
This got a little pop.
It's a 7% beer. It's got a Citra Mosaic hops, citrus flavors, great aroma. And then right here, this is a real fun beer that we do. We always have like a fruited sour beer on draft, which is extremely popular.
So that's sort of a new kind of thing, isn't it? Sour beers?
Sour beers are very ever evolving right now, and they're very dominant in the market.
Okay, that sounds interesting. What's this?
And that is our Mexican lager. It's made with sea salt and lime. It's one of our favorite summer seasonals.
Well, let's try that one.
Oh yeah.
And then you got that beautiful dark one on the end.
Which is also, that one's deceiving, because the one on the end there is called a Schwarzbier, which stands for black beer in German. It is a black lager, so it's 4.8%, light, crisp, but just a little roast flavor to complement everything.
Okay, so it's really specialized here. So is this like, would you call yourself a nano brewery?
Yeah, I'd classify us as a nano brewery. We have a 1-barrel system, so we brew with 31 gallons.
Why don't we go check this out?
Yeah.
1-barrel system, maybe you've never seen this before. Let's go check this out.
Sure. All right, so here's our 1-barrel.
So this doesn't look like when I see all these breweries like all over town, they're like really big tanks.
Yes.
Yeah, really big tanks, and this is a smaller, so nano.
It's very nano. We do a lot of brewing. Sometimes we brew up to 10 beers a week.
What's the advantage of nano?
You got a lot more control over the beer process. If you make a mistake, you can fix it. However, you also can make a lot of different beers, so we always have a lot of variants. But there's a lot of labor involved.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people think bigger is better, but in this particular case, you can control and you can make some really specialized items.
For our location and what we've done, we have a great variety of beers. We always do. It allows us to experiment different styles and really learn a lot more as a brewer.
So it's the mash starts in there?
This is our hot liquor tank. So this is just hot water. This is the mash tun right here where you would get your sugar conversion.
Right.
And then this is your boil kettle where you add your hops for flavor and self-stabilization.
Okay, walk us down here and show us what happens with this stuff here.
So we have 3 2-barrel fermenters. So in order to fill these, we got to make 2 beers. Right now, I actually have a hard seltzer going in this tank. It's a ginger lime hard seltzer.
You're a mad scientist.
A little bit, but it's very popular that we make those. Down here, we have one of our IPLs. It's an India Pale Lager. We have a Hefeweizen in this tank. And over there, we have a hospice beer that we do annually that's a donation for hospice.
Really fantastic. So you're right here on the main street on Bridge Street, downtown Ashtabula Harbor.
Yes, sir.
And you notice I like the beer so much I wouldn't part with it. So I'm still hanging in there. So I haven't tried the dark one. You want to have a little toast here?
Sure. Cheers.
To the brewery.
Brewing.
Another wonderful thing about Ashtabula Harbor.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Ashtabula County is packed with adventure, great food, fine wine, and, of course, history. You can stroll through the past and even explore a legend or two.
Hi everybody, welcome to Halcyon. We are in historic Ashtabula Harbor, located at 1119 Bridge Street. We are in a really cool structure. It's been here since 1847. A lot of different stories have occurred here, a lot of wonderful energies. We had a big Underground Railroad end point here, and a lot of people were able to come here and find their freedom after enduring who knows what horrific hardships. We were at kind of the front lines of Prohibition. This was one of the biggest ports in the whole world, which was fantastically busy, very rough, very interesting place to be. So with that being said, this lovely structure, she had a brothel upstairs and downstairs a pool hall. We're talking like 1920s, around the Great Depression times. From those types of experiences, though, there is some energy that has stayed here. We have a sailor who is waiting for his ship. I have psychic friends who come in and they are able to explain, hey, I can hear what he's telling me. His name is Frederick, and sometimes the girls will see shadows, sometimes things get moved, but he likes to hang out on the lower level. He likes our live music. Upstairs we have a lady named Antoinette. She was kind of the madam of the house. There's a window over there that is bricked off, and that upset her. We didn't do that, that was pre-existing, but with that being said, she's upset because she used to look at the horses next door. And believe it or not, this right here was the old fire station. It's just a fascinating place to be, and a lot of really neat things to learn. Actually, believe it or not, Ashtabula was on deck to be kind of Cleveland. We had all the infrastructure and stuff, and then we had this horrible train bridge disaster, and all the trains were routed to Cleveland, and Cleveland blew up, and here we are. So we're kind of just this hidden gem that still has a lot of great bones, but it's quiet. Being busiest port in town, the big job in town was unloading the ships. So the Italians would have their crew, the Finns would have their crew, the Irish would have their crew, and they would all kind of vie to shovel these ships free. You didn't have to speak the language to be here. So they would unload the ships, but they would also, and they'd get paid in beer and things like that, and they would tussle to see who could be the ones that were able to get the opportunity to do the job. It ended up causing some sticky situations, a lot of knife fighting, a lot of different things. So I feel, I've heard stories, somebody said there's a child in that building, ghost energy wise. There's people down at the coffee shop have their own ghosts that they can see and identify. So it's a fascinating place to be and to enjoy.
Our tour of Ashtabula County continues right after this.
Sponsors of New Day Cleveland include
Well, Stephanie, this is the sad part of the show. This is the end of the show. The good news is, though, folks, there's so many things to do here. It's unbelievable. When we started standing out there next to the bridge, we went down Bridge Street. We had a great time. We went up to M. Cellars. How about M. Cellars, huh?
Oh, man, that's some of the best wine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like beer, you're in pretty good shape here, too.
You got it.
Hey, we talked about Ashtabula County being the biggest county in Ohio, and that means we've barely scratched the surface. So here's a place you can get to from Cleveland in 55 minutes, and you can do a whole day here and still go back and see so much, but there's so much more.
There is. We didn't even touch on Conneaut, which is, you can fit all the beaches in Ashtabula County inside of Conneaut's beach. We have Pymatuning State Park and Jefferson. There's so much more to explore. You need more than just a day.
So if you need some tips, just go to our website, newdayclevelandfox8.com, and get some information. Get in your car and get out here and have
Plan
some fun,
your
right?
trip, yes.
Here we go.
There you go.
You ready to say goodbye?
Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. For Stephanie, for Natalie Herbeck, I'm David Moss, and we'll see you, well, most of us, on the next New Day Cleveland.